Hey guys, this is Dark Voice from Equilibrium, and I'm going to be showing you a Town Hall 11 war base. It's very similar to the farming base, which I showed you in the previous video. There are some differences, and I'm going to be talking about those differences before getting into the speed build section of the video. So if you just want to see the speed build, please fast forward this part. Okay, one of the changes is that because these storages are no longer important to protect, they're moved a little bit further out. And that allows your Expos and your Teslas and all these towers in the middle to have better defense because these buildings act as a buffer, a shield. They have a lot of hit points. And that also means that the towers in your second layer will be a little bit further from the towers in your third layer. That means it's less likely for units like hogs or giants or golems to go to the core. I'm not saying it won't happen, I'm just saying it's less likely. Okay. And there are no free buildings. Well, as far as I can tell, there are no free buildings. There might be one or two that I have not realized, but all the buildings on the very outside are within range of these towers. Now, I have moved these collectors a little bit further out on the other side of the wall because they're not important to protect anymore. There are now 6 compartments to this base instead of 3 because with the extra wall, I created a couple more compartments. So that means this base has 6 compartments, whereas the farming base has 3. I think that's a good thing. Okay, hero positioning. Now the queen is pretty much the highest damage dealing tower there is in the game, besides the Inferno tower. Now of course, if your queen is a very low level queen and your artillery just came up, then yes, your artillery will have a lot, quite a bit more damage than a level 1 queen, as far as I know. But mine is only 24. Level 24, and it already has 282 damage. So that's pretty good damage for defense. So she is in the middle, and the king is right here, and the warden is right there. I think the warden counts as a tower, so you don't have to worry about the warden drawing units like wizards to the core, or P.E.K.K.A.s. But yeah, with these other 2 buildings, heroes, you do have to think about that. So it's a trade-off, and if you want, you can put them on the outside of your base, or a little bit further out, maybe. Alright, another thing is air sweeper positioning. The air sweepers cover the air defenses better because the air defenses have been moved in. So this is a pretty strong base against dragons or any kind of air-based attack. All of the air defenses, now unfortunately they don't cover each other. So that means that if you have a lava hound attacking this air defense, it won't be defended by these other air defenses, unless it comes from the side. So, it's not as good as it could be, but these mines are right next to them, so it should be fine. Okay, and this is the same. This point here is the same as the farming base, but the traps are all positioned between the towers, which means your opponent is going to be hitting quite a lot of them before they get to the core. And your clan castle is also protected by the towers on the very outside, so you can't lure the units out that easily. Also, the traps are positioned, as you can see, but this base has a lot of spaces where you can move the giant bombs around. You can move these to anywhere you want. You can also move the Teslas there. It's a space of 4 tiles. So if you have, for example, 3 or 4 guys in your clan and they're all using this exactly same base, I would highly recommend that you all swap your positioning around a bit. Move your Teslas around, move your giant bombs around, do anything you can to throw your opponents off because you don't want them all knowing exactly where your traps are after the first defense for your clan. Okay, and the last point is the fact that the walls are jagged. And what I mean by that is that they have these little zigzag areas. I'll show you a little bit better. Let's zoom in a bit. And what these walls do is that they make it a little bit harder for wall breakers to connect with the same part twice. If your walls are, for example, like this, okay, if it's just a standard corner of a square or rectangle base, then the wall breaker, when placed around this area, will naturally go to this wall or one right next to it. But if it's a jagged area like this, then even if you place a wall breaker, like let's say this wall is not here, if you put a wall breaker right here, the wall breaker might go here or it might go here. There's a very small difference. Yeah, so if this area here is like opened up, then depending on which tile your opponent places the wall breaker on, it might go to a different part of the wall. It's more likely that the wall breakers won't hit the same part twice, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that's it as far as the base goes, as far as I can remember. And I would like to give a big shout out to Swag YOLO Child, which has been a long-time member of our clan. And without him, our clan would not be where it is today. So that's it for now. Please watch the speed build part if you're interested in using the space, and I will see you in the next video.